The story of the witch's grave in Oklahoma is a legend that has been passed down for generations. According to the legend, there was a woman who lived in Skiatook in the late 1800s or early 1900s who was accused of being a witch by the townsfolk. She was married to a man who loved her dearly, but he died under mysterious circumstances that has yet to be fully uncovered. The woman was grief-stricken and blamed the townspeople for her husband's death.
She vowed to curse anyone who disturbed her husband's grave or her own after her death. Legend claims that the woman's spirit still haunts the cemetery and that anyone who tampers with her grave will suffer terrible consequences, such as ruination, demonic possession, or even death.
There are many stories of people who have experienced the witch's curse after visiting this cemetery. One story tells a young man who disrespected the gravesite by kicking stones and spitting on them. He soon became ill and started to act strangely, as if he was possessed by an evil force. He later committed suicide by hanging himself in the basement. Another story was a group of teenagers who came into the cemetery at night and tried to dig up the witch's grave, and they were chased away by a dark figure that emerged from the ground and screamed at them. The next day, they found out that one of their friends actually got into a car wreck on their way home. The witch's grave in Skiatook, Oklahoma is Oklahoma's most sinister urban legends and ghost stories. It is a place of mystery where the dead do not rest in peace. Many people are curious about this legend, but few dare to actually visit this cemetery and test the validity of these claims, and those who do so at their own risk. Tonight, we are doing a super special collaboration with the MHS Network.
Yeah, so big thank you to the Boozy Bros for letting me come and join them, investigate with them. It's a huge honor. Again, I'm Coleman from the MHS Network. We do cryptid investigations, paranormal investigations, you name it, we do it. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to check out the channel, subscribe, like all that good stuff, and let's get to it.
As always, guys, his links are going to be in the description below, so go check him out. And let's get on with the investigation. We're going to be exploring and diving deep to see if the witch's grave actually has a demonic attachment to it or whatever. There's all kinds of claims surrounding this grave because back in the day, the woman that was married to, what was it, Parkham was his name?
Yeah,
Abel Parkham. Mr. Parkham was so loved by his wife, she ended up kind of doing some dark magic, burying him and bringing him back, trying to revive him.
You can see a little bit of markings on it as well. Now this is very old, so it has sunk in quite a bit. There is even more writing on the other side as well where it actually has his name, and underneath it says known as, and then it is cut off by the foundation of the ground that is covering it. So as of right now, we're unknown. It's unknown what it says right there. We're gonna try to do some research to find out what he was known as. There's, of course, you can tell other people have been here. There is these placed all the way down it, and just kind of from the start to end. Of course, there is another different coin. Now, when we did arrive, I did take a look at what way that the stone was facing, and after looking at it, it is actually facing perfectly east. Directly that way, as well as the elevation is actually 660 feet of elevation. So there is a little bit of an incline going up that way. Maybe a little bit later I'm going to try to see if maybe the elevation will say the obvious number. It is also known in the native, what the natives did is when it came to funerals or burials, they did face them a certain direction. I believe it was east, not quite 100% sure. But it was part of what they did, and the fact that this is also facing directly east does bring up some signs. So we're going to look into it, ask some questions, and see what we can get out of it.
Well, let's get this started. What do you guys think? The first first experiment, should we do the candles thing?
We could either do that. We could also just start by simply just maybe ask us some questions. Maybe we'll see, we can use any type of equipment, but maybe... Yeah, we get EVP. Yeah, that could probably be really good too.
Let's try that out.
Yep.
What about a dual EVP?
That would be really cool.
Absolutely.
Because I got that splitter. So, what we have here is we have some regular headphones and I have some in-ear headphones. We're going to try various types of headphones in order to just kind of eliminate some variables that could possibly arise. Now, the goal is to see both of these guys actually saying the same thing whenever we're doing the SS method. So I'll actually ask a series of questions, and then I'll have you guys both listen, and we'll see what we can capture. If you guys say the same things at the same time, it's kind of definitive. You've heard that.
Also, a lot of times I've also seen people that have done the same exact experiment that sometimes they didn't say the same word, but all their words actually end up making a sentence. So one person would say one, the other person would say another, and next thing it would be a full sentence. So there's
the words are related.
Yeah, so there's two different outcomes, actually multiple different outcomes, then we'll see what we can get out of this.
Boom.
All right.
If those will work for you.
Yep, absolutely.
But as you can see here, this splitter is running off of one little line, so we're gonna use that as like the eliminating variable that's just saying like, hey, this is a controlled experiment, so we're gonna see what we capture. Are you playing it?
Alrighty.
Boom. Okay. Cole, you wanna do some experiments? Yeah. Heck yeah. Okay guys, is there anybody here with us today?
Behind you
I
again.
heard behind you again.
Is there a mass grave?
Grave.
Down.
Are there any soldiers here from the Civil War battle that took place?
7.
7.
Are there 7
Died.
soldiers here?
Did 7 and
7.
Oh, that is weird. Did 7 of you die on the war that took place a little down the road and then got buried here? Say yes or no. Terrible.
Terrible.
Was the battle terrible?
Name.
My name's Coleman.
And my name is Pablo. This is Adam and Pandora.
You.
Down. Around.
Huh.
Is the story of the witch's grave, is that true? Is there any truth to that?
Speaking. 2 years. Run.
Wow, they both said that.
Sweetie.
That's not a secret.
Like, what?
Look at this.
Sweetie, look at this. What do you want to show us? Guys, right now they can't hear us at all.
They keep saying down.
Down. What words?
Graves? Remember seeing me? For Pablo, he's been here before too. You recognize us?
Leave.
Leave. Wow.
Why do you want us to leave?
I heard her scream.
Are you angry with us right now for being here?
Are you tired of people coming here and checking out the witch's grave? Or are you kind of getting, it's like getting old? You shouldn't be left alone?
Oh, it
Danger.
said another number. I can't tell what it said though. Something teen.
Are we in danger?
Go home.
I heard home.
Because they're picking up on the same stuff too.
Yeah.
We're coming.
Oh, there's a lot of like leave, go home.
Shut up.
Dang.
Itch.
Dang. So you can't say those words on the radio. So
Itch. Witch. It. That's what it's.
You heard witch?
Is the witch here?
Did you touch me?
No, but I just realized I heard itch, and I realized what if it just said witch? I heard like itch, like right at the.
And I just asked about the grave behind you guys too. No.
Huh?
Oh really?
Yeah.
I just said like I read the last part. I heard like itch, and then I was like itch, like witch. Well, sorry.
Your arm might have touched me. The skin.
Possibly, but no, right at the end. There was a couple of times that there was just like a quick like burst of a scream, kind of just like ah, and then just,
Yeah, and I can't hear anything you guys are saying. I have no clue. Like, I'm just in my own world.
You guys were saying a lot of the same stuff. Which
Really?
is crazy, yeah.
right. Everything.
Some of the stuff aligned with our questions a little bit, but not like super crazy. So maybe we could either try doing another one where me and Cole go under.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, let's try that instead.
Let's do that as like an extra
Yeah.
variable. So he's gonna do the over ear ones. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then you guys just do your thing. Ask a series of questions.
Sounds
All right.
Let's dive in.
You want to start off with it?
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, can you tell us your name?
Care?
Care.
Air. Can you tell us the name of the town we're in right now?
Breakout?
Get out.
Do you feel disturbed? Do you feel like we were disturbing your area?
Freak.
Wow. Okay.
Can you tell us what it means?
Haunts.
Can you tell us how many people are here with us?
Yeah.
Break. No.
Oh.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah. We pick that up.
That was weird.
Journey.
Said something. I don't know what that was.
Can you tell us what that noise was over there?
Hey. Woman's voice.
Hey.
That was a woman. That was super clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you tell us your name?
Choke on.
Go home.
Go.
Draft.
That's the truth.
Do you not like us being here with you?
80.
80, the year that you died, 1980 or 1880? Or is that how old you were?
Creature.
Preacher.
Can you tell?
Down. I heard down again.
Oh, I said down, I really with us.
Can you tell us if the legend of the witch is actually true?
Haunt.
Ooh. Is the stone behind me haunted?
Creature.
Yeah.
I think the K2 just lit up.
Respond.
Respond.
It's responding.
K2. Respond. Was that you trying to communicate with us with the K2?
Sign or something.
Is this a sign?
Why do you still haunt this cemetery?
Again.
Baptize.
You weren't baptized?
Boys. I heard boys.
I heard boys earlier.
Spirit. Spirit again.
Are you a good spirit or a bad spirit?
Twice. Dead.
Twice dead.
2.
Or like he was buried, dug back up, and buried again.
Abel, right?
Abel.
Abel, are you here with us?
Mr. Parkhill?
I think his camera turned off.
Axe.
Whoa. Camera turned off?
Said
Yeah. I heard like the lens closed. Might want to bump Cole.
Camera just shut off.
Camera shut off.
Oh, hey. Your camera shut off.
Yeah, I heard the lens closed.
What happened like in the middle of all...
Alright, I'll shut it off for now, but what do you guys think?
That was...
We heard a loud noise from over there.
It was like a very... it's very distant, but it sounded like... but it sounded kind of... how do I say it? Like compressed. The sound was very compressed.
Kind of like if you kick or punch like a dirt pile.
Yeah, so it wasn't... There was no echo to it. It was just like a big thump.
Yeah.
Like real, but like far out. So I couldn't tell if it was like close or far away. It was like a big
Now,
thump right
what
behind.
I'm wondering, what my theory could be, is that they have the legend of the teenager that was driving along this road right here from the cemetery, and he crashed, and apparently he still haunts that road to this day. But what if that was the residual sound of his car crashing?
You think so?
That could be one.
That could be it, yeah.
That would be really cool.
And just for anybody watching, we are next to a road that is about, I would say...
We haven't had any cars drive by.
Yeah, not very much, but just to keep in mind, there is a road running right over there, so we are trying to keep, ourselves reminded that it could be this, could be that, but that was a little bit... the sound didn't echo, it just sounded very quick.
I'm saying creature, which is really weird.
Yeah, I kept saying creature. And it said down,
That's
which
creepy.
I know when I was under, I said down at
Multiple
least.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys also said down too.
So this could very well be something trying to communicate with us, but it doesn't feel very powerful. I'm not going to feel that great. So I think we should try another experiment. And what we're going to do is try the Ovulus. So what this thing does, guys, is it tests for electromagnetic frequency, temperature fluctuations, and touch. So if the temperature it fluctuates more than 2 degrees, it's going to go off. I don't anticipate that happening because the ambient temperature it's not going to affect it very heavily. It's more over the temperature of this plating back here. This is where all the sensors and everything is. So if something physically touches this and warms it, then it's going to go off. But it also go off from the being touched and any EMFs that might arise as well. So we're going to try it out. The story is if you touch the grave then a curse gets put on you and then you die. So that's a little concerning. We might try, I don't know. Should we try it? Should we risk it for the biscuit, or?
You know what? Why not? I don't know. It's hard. Because I don't know. I mean, it's a legend for a reason. This is rumored for a reason, so.
For science, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to set it on the grave itself, because people are placing pennies on there, so obviously they didn't die, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to try it out and see what it might actually arise. And on top of that, we should also run some EMF testing as well.
Yeah, actually.
Because as you guys might know, entities normally give off a lot of electromagnetic frequency even when there's not even a device around. This little device isn't going to set it off. This is only going to have a 3-foot radius from the bottom here. So obviously I'm going to put it down because the thing or entity in question is buried. So we're going to see.
What the heck? All right. Just set that across.
Okay. So now we're testing to see if we get some real electromagnetic frequencies, and let's ask some questions.
Yeah, how do you guys get right into it?
What are you guys curious about?
Let's see here. Do you have a reason of why you still haunt this area? Still to this day?
So far, not a whole lot of activity.
Do you like having visitors here with you?
Could you make a noise somewhere around us to let us know that you're here?
We do have 2 devices here with us that you can use to communicate with us. Let us know that you are here. Can you give us any sign that you're here with us? You can either use these 2 devices that we do have right here, or you can make a noise out in the open, as close as you want, as far as you want, any noise at all.
So far, very little fluctuation.
Yeah.
Are you seeing things up?
I'm looking that way, but I'm not sure if it's my eyes messing with me or if I'm actually. Oh no, there is also a light behind me, so I know there is a little bit of too, as well as a glare. But
another claim to this place is if you look around, you can actually see shadowed people walking on all fours, running around. So some believe that is the result of her voodoo that she's performed to revive her husband. But of course, those are just claims right now. That we'll see.
No, we did get a lot of. You guys were saying creature a lot under the Esses method too, as well. I'm not sure what that can mean. Obviously, she definitely was vowed to, come after anybody that did disturb them. So, what if a creature had anything to do with that? Is it true that there is a creature here with us? And if there is, can you give us a sign that there is one around here with us?
I don't know why I got scared when you asked that.
I know.
I was like, what?
Excuse me? Can you use that little device right there and tell me how you would feel if I touched your grave? How would you feel if I did that?
Did you hear walking over there briefly?
Nobody got really, really quiet.
Not really still.
Got really, really quiet.
The air's crazy still.
And no cars or nothing. It just stopped. It got once.
It was blowing really good, and then all of a sudden.
So if I touch your grave, you're not going to be mad, right? Because you're not saying anything.
Oh, should we touch it? Getting interference after sound again. Wonder why that is.
Again?
So now we're gonna set it on the yes and no setting.
Sorry, did we get Jones earlier on the Estes?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so Again, take it with a grain of salt. I just run the ad just in case, but I got Jones. I got Jones on the Spirit Talker.
No, it said no.
I don't know if you want to show it on the camera or not.
What does it say?
Jones.
That's weird.
What are the chances of that? Look at this.
We use that little device right there and tell us if you're laughing.
Yeah, the light. Yeah.
So with the Spirit Talker app, it just cycles through kind of like a spirit box.
Would you guys like me to put on Bluetooth speaker and just let it play? And
honestly, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Where we got so far, we got thank you for talking.
Oh, okay. But that's interesting because
No.
it keeps saying no.
That's weird.
That was an EMF detected.
Oh.
So that's really weird. I'm gonna go on the other side.
Yeah, that's a car. I was just like, that's what.
We could gunshots back there.
That's gunshots.
Was that gunshots? Yeah, that's gunshots. Yeah. Welcome to the country. Okay. Very weird. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but right after you both said something that could have been responded to yes or no, it did. It did, yeah. But now it's totally done. Now it's stopped.
There's nothing.
Do you want us to keep asking you questions? Do you like us being here with you?
Do you have something to tell us?
Do you want us to step away from the stone?
We are apprehensive, it says.
It says we are apprehensive on his device.
Maybe other spirits are apprehensive about us.
There's a few other prominent people that have been buried here, so I'm wondering if maybe they're trying to protect us from something as well.
Right.
That could very well be it.
Yeah, so some of the stories about this cemetery, there's actually kind of a celebrity buried here. He was the last actual chief of the Cherokee Nation, which is really cool. He's buried here. There's actually a mother and daughter here who are buried in the same exact grave together. They were both killed in a car accident and both their necks were broken, unfortunately. But they're buried in the same grave together. There's also the spirit of an outlaw who was killed during a bank robbery. And he's buried here, so that's really interesting as well. There's also surprisingly, there's a couple of deaths by lightning here, which the odds of that are just crazy.
That is weird.
It was inside of a barn.
To get killed inside of a barn.
Yeah, by lightning.
What the heck? Do you guys feel as though there's any kind of presence for you so far? What do you guys?
You are? Me? I'm not really getting much at all. Now, earlier, I did get a few times earlier, I was getting at first, for example, I think I see some over there, but again, we have lights on, maybe it's my eyes messing with me, as well as everything just stopped at once, all the wind, no cards, nothing.
No.
Why? It literally just keeps saying no. That's it.
No. Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Do you not want to talk to us?
I'm noticing we haven't gotten a single EMF spike on the EMF reader, but we've gotten some EMFs on the Ovilus, so I'm curious why it would give that some electromagnetic interference, but not the EMF.
Right.
That's so strange. And the series of no's is kind of eerie.
I don't know.
It's the constant no's.
I wonder if maybe we just kind of maybe walk.
Have a really creepy feeling.
I
feel like I'm gonna throw up looking over there.
I feel like, what if we take the camera devices, each one of us, we have, what did I say?
I don't know why it's doing it. Knox.
That's weird. We have 4 camera devices, so we could all split up somewhere and
I think so. I think we should all kind of roam. And I think I said maybe give you a camera more vulnerable, honestly. Actually, just real quick, on my phone, it said east was directly that way. Let's just see if the compass is set. Yeah, let's just gonna be shit. Yeah, east is directly that way where it's facing. Ooh.
So, what, his head is more than likely up there?
Yeah.
Wow. To think that there's a man's dead body that's almost 100 years?
Yeah.
Old? A man's dead body that's almost 100 years old is right into there. That's insane to think about. Okay. So, what our next experiment, guys, what we're going to try to do is we're going to be splitting up and seeing if we could possibly capture anything individually. Everyone's going to have their own cameras and pick a spot wherever they feel is comfortable or not comfortable, actually. Pick the not comfortable parts. And let's do this thing.
Let's go, Cap.
Yeah, heck yeah, let's do it. While you're all split up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the music box. It detects any movement, actually. And we'll see if possibly we can capture something that way too. So if we're all out and about, we're away from this grave, but then it starts going off, that's going to be like...
I also have a music box too.
Ooh.
And I was going to place it wherever I am and see if maybe something's near me or like in a different part of the cemetery.
Yeah, that is perfect. Heck yeah.
Ouch.
This is gonna... We can hear that, right?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
That's notable, I think. Okay.
So if that goes off and nobody's there, then I don't know. You just walked.
That's me. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, please tell me that's me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go, guys. Okay, guys. We're gonna try. Now that we're separated from the group. What the hell? I'm not holding any devices, dude. Did you see that? You caught that, right?
Yeah.
That was weird.
So now it's giving me a little bit of beepage now.
Getting a little bit of beepage. Okay. That's very strange because all night we didn't get a single EMF
It
reading.
beeped again. It's beeping.
Okay. Huh.
Here, I'll back up too. Just in case of range.
Was a 3-foot radius? You're well beyond 3 feet.
Yeah, I'm like 5 or 6 feet away.
Look, I'm right up on you, dude.
Huh.
Look at that. I'm right up.
Zoomed out. Zoomed in.
See, that debunks that right there. So we don't know what that was. I'm not holding any devices. So, well, I technically have my phone down here, but as you can... Oh, no. I have a phone case. I mean, you have my phone. I don't even have a phone on me.
That's true.
That's crazy. I'm going to wander off just a tad bit, and we're going to see if maybe we can capture something by ourselves because we just separated from the group. And I'm getting a little bit of EMF spikes. But let's go see what we can uncover.
Alright guys, hopefully you can see me okay. So we decided to split up in the cemetery, kind of cover different sections of it. I'm going to do a spirit box session, see if I get any interesting responses or hear anything interesting. And yeah, I got the Spirit Talker app running as well. So hopefully, maybe catch something. We'll see what happens. Is everyone here with me? Can you speak through this device next to me? What? Someone just said blood.
Are there? It said, "Are you there?" Yes, I'm here. Would you like to say something? I'm really like sketchy with all the cars driving around right now. Three of them? I don't like that.
Get away from the music box. The music box is going to let us know if there's any movement over there by the grave, and Hopefully there isn't, but we'll see. If there is, completely unexplainable because we have a very controlled variable over there. Let's deal with Steen. Where does your gut say that there might be an entity? To me, feels, if I were an entity, I'd go over here in this very dark corner. So let's go.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Alright, but we're thinking the same. Let's go check it out.
It's kind of near the tree. Very dark.
That has to be us.
I don't know, we're pretty far away. Yeah, we're pretty far away. Plus I moved like right here. Just stomp all around over here. Stimpy stumping.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like dancing over here.
Yeah, that's really weird. And we're
Let's check the radius. Here, I'll show you. The radius. Here's the backpack. They assume once I cross the backpack, it'll probably go off, maybe. No, still not yet. Oh, boop, boop. No, I'm like right up on it. I'm dancing. Ain't nothing. Yeah, I don't know. The range on that's a little random, I guess. There you go. I kicked my foot.
Wait, so the sensor is right in front of it, and it was going off while we were...
I see the sensors, you know, I'm this far away, you really gotta... Some of them start dancing. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the sensor's in that direction. I don't think it detects it over here.
No, it shouldn't.
See this? Wow, wristy kick. Yeah, see, it'll detect it over here.
Okay, then that's pretty unexplainable. I don't know why that went off at all. It's almost like it's toying with us if you think about it. Like, doesn't it feel like it's kind of toying with us in a way? We're getting very minimal stuff. We'll get a little taste and then nothing. So let's go this way and hopefully we'll find something.
Look. There's coyotes over there. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I don't like this. I'm walking away. There's like... I can't tell if it's like a baby screaming over there. But one, why would someone have their baby out this late? And two, it's cold, so why would they have a baby out in this cold?
Guys, it looks... What's even crazier to me, someone tried to defile this grave. Someone opened it up right here. You see that? That's a grinder did that. Dude, sorry, Luther. And someone did this to your grave. This is a terrible act. Okay. I'm going to test the EMFs and see if possibly we can get something. Let's stay on alert. Because you never know. Whoa, look at that. Full red.
Power.
Look at that. Dude.
It's gonna hit where?
I have no electronical devices on me whatsoever, guys.
And then it's gone.
And then it's completely gone.
Maybe Luther stopped by and say hello. Hey, what's up?
That was full red. So if you guys don't know what full red is, it's that's 20 milligauss. 20 milligauss is the equivalent of a computer running, like a full desktop computer. So that's a lot of energy that just came out of nowhere for no reason. That's really crazy. I wonder why it's doing that. We were physically on the...
Oh, there he goes again.
Thought maybe moving it, no. We were physically on the witch's grave and it made it, like, not go off once. We start walking around, I'm going to these random graves and it's going off. Is your soul still with us? Or is it somewhere else? If it is here with us today, can you make this turn any other color but green right now? Okay. If you...
Nope.
Huh. Okay, guys. So far we're being split up. I'm getting kind of minimal activity. We've had some EMF indications, but I've already tried a series of other things in other spots, but to no avail. There isn't anything that we've gotten outside of those EMF spikes. So we're going to meet back up with the guys and see if maybe they capture something too.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like they got the same idea. Let's go check it out. Okay, guys, we want to thank you for sticking around. Thank you so much. We are wrapping it up finally. We got a little bit of activity. When we separated, I ended up getting some feathers.
That EMF went off just as well too.
That's weird. Well, we still have the little spirit box running and getting a little bit of words while we do this, but had some EMFs, a little bit of activity, but nothing like super definitive. I feel like there might be something lingering here, but it's either very weak or something. I don't know. I feel like most of the spirits that are allegedly here actually moved on, but there's maybe something still lingering, but it's really, really weird. But I want to thank the MHS Network for joining us today, helping us produce all these experiments and really dive deep into seeing if the witch's grave is haunted.
You know, I think there's definitely probably some level of activity going on here, but it's not super active or anything, and so many people have been coming here probably for so long. You know, I feel like sometimes locations probably get, you know, tapped out a little bit maybe, and maybe that's kind of what's going on here. But definitely I think there might be some residual stuff going on. I kind of suspect that maybe that stuff with the battle that we were talking about earlier might be kind of at play here, but yeah, it's kind of my thoughts, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like I'm leaving with more questions than answers from here, which is really fun. It means we might have to come back. But whenever I was alone over there on the far side of the cemetery, I just had such a weird feeling, and I heard what I thought was like screaming or wailing, and that was just super creepy. And just the crazy activity that we got right here, I wonder if the candles might have helped that, but you know, it's just an experiment. But I had a lot of fun, and like I said, I'm leaving with way more questions than I am answers.
I would have to agree as well too. I mean, the amount of names that we did get through the spirit box when we were doing the Estes method, the dual Estes method, the numbers that we've gotten, just a lot of crazy responses that we got that, you know, like Pandora said, give us a lot more questions than answers. And, you know, there is a reason why this place is still known to this day, why this myth still and legend is still carried to this day. So a lot more questions. Hopefully we can come back again and maybe get something else. But as far as I know, I think there's definitely something here.
Heck yeah. And with that, guys, our link.
Got to be careful.
Got to be careful. They're right.
Yes.
Oh, right. The links are in the description as always, guys. Check it out and go subscribe to the MHS Network. They are super phenomenal over there. And with that, we'll catch you later.